What up, Raider Nation? It's Iron Man from 928 Border Raider Nation down in Yuma, Arizona, and you're watching the Raider Homer channel. Raiders, time to suit up.
Hello?
What's up, Wayne? How are you?
I'm good, brother. What's going on?
Nothing much. Just making it, man. What are you doing?
That's all you can do, man. One day at a time. Just relaxing, man.
All right, yeah, man. It was nice to meet you, man. A couple of times that we met in Merced and in Oakland, dude.
Yes, definitely.
I was tripping out, man. You were super busy at the kickoff party, man.
Man, but like I said, the moments, you can't redo that no kind of way, brother. It's just moments in time. Either you're there or you're not. The videos and pictures really don't do it justice. It's about that feeling, and you saw that in the room.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, it was cool, man, watching you work. Man, that was and you're all over the place now, man. That TV spot you had, that was really cool.
Like I said, that's just the rewards of the dedication, man, over 28 years, man. I couldn't even dream that stuff up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it comes at you, and it's like somebody's taking notice, so all I do is just walk through the doors that opens up.
Nice. So, hey, before we get started, can I get you to do some radio IDs for me?
Sure.
All right, cool. Everybody wants you on the podcast, but I mean, it's like I can get you on the podcast this way for sure.
All right. What's up, Raider Nation? This is the Violator, and you're watching the Raider Homer channel.
Thanks, man. Hello, Raider Nation. Welcome back to Monday Nights Live. I'm Raider Homer, and I want to wish Hell Raider a happy birthday. Happy birthday, brother. All right, and I also want to remind you how Monday Nights Live works. It's structured like a football game, but instead of 4 quarters, we have 4 callers. We'll break for the halftime show after the second caller. And during the halftime show, we'll hear from Raider musicians, and this week, we're hearing music from Raiderhead. Again, that's right, Raiderhead. We're going to hear the song Raider Game. We talked about that last episode. We're also going to hear another track from Big Mac's new album, Always Reppin'. It's track 8 titled Let's Go, featuring Mr. Greenleaf. I'm working on getting 4-dub on the channel next week, so y'all stay tuned. All right, kicking off tonight's show is Ghost Raider of SBA, man. I'm excited to have him on here, man. He's got some great patches, and I can't wait to talk about him or them and figure out what he's trying to do with SBA. All right, and our second caller is the one and only Raider Dirty Jers. It's been a while since she's been on this channel, so we're going to find out what she's been up to. And we're also going to try the 2-minute Raider trivia, 2-minute drill type thing, again with Raider Dirty Jers. All right, and then after the second caller, the phone blitz kicks off the halftime show, and then we hear the music. All right, and kicking off the second half of the show are the Raider homies. Man, y'all know that Raider Droopy and Double G have been on here. We're about to find out what's going on with Big Loco and 8-Ball also. So we're getting 4 of the Raider homies on tonight. I'm excited to learn about 2 of them. All right, after the Raider homies, we got Polo Rodriguez, a.k.a. Fireman 4. And he's bringing on Super Bowl champ Bob Grant to talk about the retired NFL Congress players. All right, and providing backup for tonight's show is Amy Zagalo of Take Aims with Zags. Her podcast is on YouTube, and you should go there and subscribe. She's got some great insight, and she loves talking about the Raiders. All right, also be sure to subscribe to the Captain Jack Rackham YouTube channel. He also provides backup for the Raider Homer channel. And don't forget to listen to the Only Nation podcast with me and Heidi Stabbert, a.k.a. Kevlar Prom Dress. You can find the Only Nation podcast on all of your favorite podcasting apps and your favorite music apps. Also, I already said that. I'll say it again. Don't forget to check out Take Aim with Zags on YouTube. Like I said, man, she's out there working hard. So show her some love. Hey, and be sure to follow and subscribe to the Raider Homer channel on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and right here on YouTube so you don't miss these live interviews. I appreciate your support. All right, Blitzers, get your calls in by 8 o'clock CST. If you want them heard, you got to get them in. Or you can give your shout-outs on the live chat, and I'll read those in between callers. All right, now let me know if you'd like to order one of the Raider Homer Shield patches for $10, or you can order a patch and 3 magnets for $20. Just message me on any of my social media accounts, and I'll get your order squared away. All right, in this week's mailbag, I got one item, but it's a cool-ass item, and it comes from Gray Raider. Man, I was supposed to go to the Montanza with this guy, man, and we were going to take a road trip. I was going to get some footage of that trip, man, but unfortunately COVID-19 hit. But I'm looking to get Gray Raider and also Raider on the channel next week as well. So be on the lookout for that. Oh, okay, and I just mentioned the Only Nation podcast. Don't forget, if you're a listener, we got these stickers. And we want to see, if you called the show, and next week I'll get the number, I promise. You will get one of these stickers because we will mail them to you. All right. Now, I just plugged the Only Nation podcast stickers. I also want to make sure that you get your own copy of Big Mac Always Reppin'. This is a new album. It's pretty good, y'all. I've listened to it through and through, and I like it, man. So be sure to hit those guys up and the Only Nation podcast to get y'all their merch. They'll get you squared away. All right. So with all that being said, let's get to tonight's callers. All right, Raider Nation, here we go. We got him for the first time on the Raider Homer channel, Ghost Raider. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing well, man. Let me start off by thanking you for coming on the Raider Homer channel, dude. This, I seen you out there, man, and I'm interested in finding out what you're all about.
Well, hey, thank you for having me, brother. I'm humbled. I'm so honored to be on this show, brother.
Cool, brother. Like I said, the honor's all mine. Now, every time we have a new guest on the Raider Homer channel, I like to learn when and why they became a Raider fan. So what's your story, bro?
My story, all right, brother, here it goes. Well, I grew up in a Pittsburgh Steelers family, brother. Ooh. That was bad.
Oh, yeah.
That was bad. Yeah, so and I was like, I wasn't having the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. My dad was forcing the Pittsburgh Steelers on me. My mom was a Dallas Cowboys fan, so I was surrounded by all of them that was like, oh man, I ain't having this. You feel me?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So 1990, man, is when I became a Oakland Raiders fan and started watching Bo Jackson, my favorite player of all times.
That's awesome, dude. We got the same story right there. For me too, man. It was 1990. Bo Jackson.
And then, I lived in Fresno. I lived in Fresno, grew up in Fresno, California. And I lived next door to Cincinnati Bengals legendary running back, Icky Woods.
Oh man, you know how to do the icky shuffle?
Yeah, well, I tried it a few times. My big ass can't do it now, but back in the days I probably could. But no, yeah, I live next to Icky Woods, man, and just he just got me into like watching football and started watching Cincinnati Bengals games. Then I watched the Cincinnati Bengals game against the Oakland Raiders, man. That's where Bo broke his hip, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
it
mean
was, it was
they were still in L.A., but yeah. They were playing the Bengals. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I watched Bo hurt himself, man, and man, that was tragic. That was so tragic, man. But ever since then, man, my love for the Raiders is just grew and grew and grew.
Yeah, dude. Bo Jackson only played for 4 years, man, but people still wear his jersey. Younger people, than us. He left a big mark on the Raiders, man, and yeah, like I said, dude. For me, I just stuck with him after Bo left with that injury. That and what if, right? If he wouldn't have got hurt, but everything about the Raiders for me, man. I just all the way back to Al Davis in the '60s with the civil rights helping along the civil rights movement and things like that. So but yeah, Bo, man, that was a hell of an athlete to watch.
Right, right, man. If he never got hurt, there's no telling what that man would have done, man.
Yeah, oh yeah. We are. I mean, I think we would have won a Super Bowl. I really do think so because he was just that kind of player, man. He could, he would come on strong, man. He could take a game over.
That was that old school smash mouth, run the ball up the gut, him and Marcus Allen and man, just banging football, brother. You know what I mean?
The old days.
We need to get that back. We need to get that ground and pound, the pound the ball, and I think we got it. I think we're
Oh yeah.
getting it, brother.
Oh yeah, Gruden's bringing that Gruden ball back too. He's gonna be running that ball. Like you heard him, man. He wants to run those three tight end sets, and I don't think he's bullshitting. You know what I mean?
No doubt, no doubt.
All right, cool. So on everybody's, fandom and everybody's fandom, dude. They at some point a lot of us decided to take the next step and become super fans or podcasters or whatever. So what, and who inspired you to take the next step and become a super fan?
Brother, it was back in 2009, brother. I remember this day like it was yesterday. About 2009, I was at the Denver Bronco game in Oakland, and I was walking around the tailgate. Me and my sister, and we were walking around. We were walking around the tailgates, and I ran into Barbarian, the old school legend Barbarian, man. And I seen him, and I was like, man, that's just so cool, man. That's so cool. He dresses up, he puts the makeup on, has all this stuff on. I'm like, man, one of these days, man, you know, I want to do something like this. I want to do something like this. But I never pursued it. You know what I mean? I never pursued it, and it was just a thought in my mind. And then, being, when I was a member of, the Knights of the Shield, much love and respect to all them, still got mad love for KOS. There was a super fan by the name of Storm Raider that really, really caught my eye and really like started influencing me. I was messaging them on Messenger on Facebook and stuff, messaging them trying to get, ideas of what I can do and this and that. And he's all, man, just go with what you feel is right, man. Just get something, man, and just go with it. And I started thinking and started thinking and started thinking. And I was like, okay, and I started putting little things together and it just all fell in place, brother. You know what I mean? And then when I became a super fan and started doing events and seeing the smile on the kids' faces, that's why I do it, man. I love putting a smile on people's faces.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's a reoccurring theme with most super fans. The majority of them, it's all about the children. And that's a great thing, dude. 'Cause, I'm a father, man. So I know what it's about. What it means to be there for children, to do good things for children, to take care of children. It's very important, and it's something that I really, really respect about the Raider Nation, is how people are willing to go the extra mile for children that aren't even theirs. And so I mean, like Wayne won.
Exactly, brother.
Yeah, Wayne wants to, one part of his mission is to repair the image of the Raider Nation, and I think we're well on our way with some of the things that we've been doing.
I've been asked several times, hey, what do you get out of what do you get out of doing a super fan? What do I get out of doing being a super fan? I get the pleasure of seeing somebody else happy, brother. That's what I get out of it. You know what I mean? And if I could put a smile on somebody's face, that maybe they were having a bad day or something. You know what I mean? Maybe they were having a bad day, and they come across me and they see me and their face like stuff with me. If I can go home knowing that I made one person happy, I did my job.
Amen to that, brother. Amen to that. So you also have another job. Now you're the president of an SBA chapter in Merced. So tell the
Yes,
Raider
sir. Yes,
Nation,
sir.
tell the Raider Nation what you'd like to do with your chapter.
Well, first of all, we're a humanitarian help organization, brother, and what we're gonna do, we right now we're just growing, brother. We have so many chapters, brother. I mean, I can't even name them all. Fans, we got other countries, we got other states. I mean, we're expanding like there's no tomorrow. What we're gonna do, we're gonna help individuals in any possible way that we can, man. We're gonna do events. We're gonna do fundraisers. We're gonna help the community in any possible way that we can. If there's help out there and you guys need it, we're gonna do our best to help you guys. And we're just trying to bring make Raider Nation bigger and better.
Yeah, oh yeah, man. Yeah, Alonzo's been on, dude, and he's been doing a hell of a job growing
Oh
SBA,
man,
man. I see y'all guys all over the place popping up, man, and I wish y'all well.
thank you, brother. Thank you. We appreciate it, man. And I'm so honored and blessed to be a part of it, and have Alonzo to come and ask me, as an individual, hey, you want to get a chapter started here in Merced, and I'm like, no hesitation. I was like, yeah, of course, brother. Alonso's a great person with a great heart, brother, and man, I'm just so honored and blessed, brother. I mean, it's just beyond words, man, for real.
Well, that's cool, man. Yeah, just keep carrying that torch, and everything will work out.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
All right, man. Now, I'd like to thank you for purchasing the Raider Homer Shield patch and for putting it on your jersey, man. I really do appreciate that. But
Oh, well, thank you, brother. No problem, no problem. I
hey,
like to show love to everybody, brother. That's what I'm all about, man.
well, cool, man. But I can really appreciate you wearing the Team Jonas, the Team Violet, and the Ainsley's patch, man. Talk about why they, are so important to you.
Their inspiration, they inspire me to get up every day and keep fighting, man. With all the stuff that they have been through, Team Violet, Team Ainsley, Team Jonas, man. If it just, I mean, dude, I'm getting emotional as to talk about it right now because the struggles and everything that they have went through, the fight, the battle, man. That this cancer, man, we gotta find something for it, brother. We really do, man. And it they're just fighters, brother. They're just fighters. They fought, they fought, they fought. They're still fighting, you know what I mean? And they're just an inspiration to me, man, to just keep moving forward and never stop, never give up.
Yeah, I've had Violet and Ainsley on the channel, as well as their parents, man. And I gotta say, man, I was inspired hearing them, and how strong they are, and how passionate they are for, the Raiders, but really just to how strong they are and how passionate they are and how about life, because they're facing something that a lot of people don't face, and they're doing it at a very young age, man. But they stand strong, and they set a good example for the rest of us. So yeah, I get that, brother.
Right, no doubt, man, no doubt. Yeah, so they're my inspirations, man, and I'm so honored to have their patches. I'm so honored to be a part of Team Violet. You know, I'm so honored to be a part of, doing cancer relay for lives, doing the charity stuff that I do, you know what I mean, to help out, to try to find, cures and stuff for this, and doing donations and stuff to, the American Cancer Society, brother, to try to get a grip on this, so these little kids don't have to go through this stuff no more, man, because it's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, I can't imagine, being a child and having to face that, and being the parent of a child that's having to face that. I mean, how helpless does that feel, right? So
Right.
so prayers to all the parents and all the children out there that are facing these battles, man. Just keep fighting. People win, and you can too, man. You can too.
No doubt.
All right, man. So let's talk a little bit of Raider football, right? How do you feel about the players we drafted?
Oh man, I'm so excited, brother. I'm so excited, man. Hey, this draft, we loaded up. And let me clarify something real quick. For anybody that is watching this show, that is on Facebook, that is doubting any of these players, go watch films on these people. They are all legit players. All of them. Every single one that we got is legit. Seriously. And they're going to bring the heat. They're going to bring the heat. I'm most excited about Henry Ruggs the third, man. I'm really glad we got that guy. He has great size, great speed, great hands, great footwork. Yeah, Card's got some weapons now.
Hold on, brother. I know. I mean, I'm getting bombarded with texts from the upcoming guest. Yeah, man, this draft class, dude. Ruggs. At first, I was a little concerned with his size, but apparently he's 1 inch taller than Antonio Brown. So hopefully he can hold up in the NFL. But with that speed, man, I mean, Al Davis must have visited Mike Mayock in a dream, and told him, "Hey, get this guy." When we drafted him, I wanted C.D. Lamb. Don't get me wrong, but when we drafted him, the first thing I thought was, man, could Renfro become the next Fred Biletnikoff, and Ruggs become the next Cliff Branch? And I know some
Yeah,
people don't like the idea of comparing players, but at the same time, if we can have a wide receiver that with great hands like Biletnikoff and speed, that kills like Cliff Branch, that's what we want. And I think that's what Gruden's going after.
exactly, exactly. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more.
Now, I gotta say though, what about Tanner Muse? I really like that pick. I like the idea of him coming in at the weak side linebacker and dropping back into some safety position, in the dime. That kid, I think his speed, he's fast too. I think his speed will help him recover from his mistakes, during the play.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Man, I do not agree with. Have you seen any the grades that they have gave that guy on the scouting report or the draft report? They gave that guy a D plus. A D plus. Are you serious? This dude's a baller. He's a baller. He's got like great speed. He needs to beef up a little bit. That's the only thing I could see about that guy that needs work. He needs to beef up some. But other than that, man, he's a baller.
Yeah, yeah, And then let's see, who else did we get? The Bowden kid, man. I'm kind of
Oh,
excited about him too. At first, I gotta admit, we took, at 80 we took him, and he was listed as a wide receiver, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, cool. Oh, and then I started looking at what he was doing. I was like, ooh, cool. But at 81 we picked another wide receiver, and I was like, oh my god, what are we doing? I won't lie, but going
that
back
kid
and
is the most
yeah,
versatile player in the
Yeah, going back
in the
and it's
draft.
and especially now that the Raiders are saying he'll be the running back. Man, I think that was a great pick.
Exactly. This guy could play. I mean, you could put him wherever you want, and he's going to play that position. He's that versatile. You know what I mean? He's so great. He reminds me of that old school player, Devin Hester.
Oh, okay.
Remember Devin Hester? You put him back there to catch balls. You put him back there, punt return, kick return, whatever you wanted that dude to play, he would play. He reminds me of Devin Hester a lot.
Hey, I'll take it. Hester was pretty good for a long time.
No doubt, brother. No doubt.
All right, cool, man. I'm looking in the chat line, and Mr. Greenleaf is giving a shout out to SBA.
Oh man, much love, brother, much love. Thank you.
All right, cool, brother. Well, we're coming up on 7:30 hour. So before I let you go, man, tell the Raider Nation how to find you on social media.
I'm on Facebook. You can look me up, Ronald Igue, Ghost Raider after my name. Instagram. What is my Instagram? What is my Instagram? Instagram, I believe, just type in my name, Ronald Igue, and I believe it'll come up. Ghost Raider. And I got to work on that. I got to work on fixing that.
Hey, that's what this channel's all about, brother.
Yeah, but no, I'm all over Facebook. Just look me up, Ronald Igue, Ghost Raider, and yeah, you'll find me.
All right, cool. Well, I appreciate it, brother, and I look forward to getting you back on the Raider Homer channel in the near future.
All right, brother. Hey, thank you for having me, brother, and I can't wait to do another show with you, brother. Much love to you and your family. You got everybody stay safe, and until next time, Ghost out.
All right, brother. Take it easy. All right, Raider Nation. There you have it. Ghost Raider of SBA, man. He's doing some good things. Got his chapter now. He wants to do better things for the communities out there. So make sure you show him some support on Facebook and Instagram. All right, so in the chat line, we got William A. So saying, what's up, Homer? What's up, William? Carlos. Dope? Man, come on, man. It ain't that bad. What's up, Mr. Greenleaf? And Carlos, you say Muse is going to put on some muscle just like Crosby did. Hey, I think so too, man. Like I said, that speed and the versatility, they were saying that when they brought him in the Zoom meetings, they were asking him, he's listed as a safety, and they were asking him questions about the linebacking core and how to be a linebacker, and they said he did well. So I'm excited about him. I think he's going to work out. I think he's going to be the Mad Max type pick that we got this year. The one that comes in and contributes unexpectedly, a little undersized maybe, but, it's the NFL. You never know. All right. So now we're going to get to Raider Dirty Jers. She put out that picture today of me, her, Mob Boss, and OG Raider Ray at the flag unfurling. Right on time, man. We got a little something to talk about that. That was a great experience. So I'm excited to get her back on. So here we go. All right, Raider Nation, here she is, the one and only Raider, Dirty Jers. How you doing, Jersey?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing well. All things considered, you know, a lot of stuff got canceled, but hey, we're still zooming. You know, we're still partying all over Zoom.
Well, you know, it was a hard blow. You know, we were all excited, obviously, before we knew that the draft was going to be canceled, at least for us to attend. And, you know, a lot of people are upset about it, you know, but here's one thing I look at it. It gives us another 2 years to get a lot of things in place. So when we do have it out here, everyone's going to be ready to go, not scrambling, you know, trying to figure out what to do. We actually have time to get ourselves in place now. So I'm excited to have the draft out here in 2 years.
Oh, yeah. I'll be there for sure. For sure. So, how's everything been going since we last talked to Karen Metters on the Raider Invasion podcast?
Things have been a whirlwind, and they have been awesome. They've been amazing, hard work. A lot of great things have happened. As you know, I live out in Vegas. I'm doing real estate out here, and obviously working with the Raider Nation to make sure everyone gets a hotel, a ticket, or anything that they're looking for while they're out here. Basically, I just want to make sure that our Raider Nation gets taken care of, and so I'm already out here, stable, ready to rock and roll, and to be honest with you, I live a mile away from the stadium, so I get to see the most beautiful thing every morning and every night.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, you know,
it's beautiful.
Yeah, I've seen the videos, but surely the videos don't do it justice, right?
No, not at all. And they just turned on the lights at night now for the stadium about a couple nights ago. So I'm going to be taking some pictures at night and some videos because it looks so amazing. It lights up everything, and you can see it from a mile away. So I'm excited to share with everyone.
Man, I can't wait to get there and go see it myself. I'm thinking about getting one of those legacy bricks.
You're thinking about getting one of those legacy what?
The legacy bricks.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, back when I was a kid, my dad and my grandpa and I would always go to baseball games. And San Francisco Giants, unfortunately, was my grandpa's favorite team, and then my dad was the Dodgers. So we would go, and actually, when they built the new stadium, my grandpa got to do the same thing. And honestly, it was one of the best things. Every time I go there, and even though my grandpa's gone, every time I go, I could find his name, and I take a picture next to his brick. So, you know, it is something you're leaving as a legacy on to your children and everyone else, even when you're not here anymore. So I think it's pretty cool. It's your fingerprint in the stadium, if you will.
Yeah, I want to get one for me and Sophia.
Yeah, and one for Jers. I heard you say it. That's
okay, I'll throw you in on there for sure. Absolutely.
Buy two, get one free. Yes.
So yeah, I saw that you tagged me earlier in that picture of us at week 1 2019 during the flag unfurling. That was a great time, and that picture came out just in time.
Oh, I know. It's funny because I've been trying to get a hold of Terry Carr, the NFL photographer, for a while. And him and I have been going back and forth, and we have each other's information. And he keeps saying, oh, I promise I'll get it. I promise I'll get it. Literally since that day that we've taken that picture till today, we've been going back and forth. And obviously I just let it go because I completely understand that, you know, everyone's busy and things happen. But when he sent it to me today, his quote was, I am so sorry that it took me this long to get you this picture. And I said, no worries. It was perfect timing. So, of course, I had to share it right away. And, yeah, Terry's a great photographer. You know what I was thinking about it in that picture, you know, you guys, I know you have your mask and everything off and you're exposed, but, you know, that's how I know you guys. So that's one of my most favorite moments with you guys is down there on that field. And there's nothing at all like that experience in my entire history of being a fan that I can say was probably the most amazing thing I've ever done.
Yeah, that was the day that I learned why you're called Dirty Jers. I can't believe you didn't give me any of that. You know, I wanted some. You should have got enough for both of us.
Oh, man. You know, I'm sharing is caring, and I promise I got you.
Hey, but you got me into the black hole, and I appreciate that. I remember I sent you that clip of us in the audio on TV in the stadium or in the stands, but you couldn't really see me, right? But you saw your mohawk. I was like, I just looked for her mohawk. I was right there with her, and sure enough,
it's like I always tell people it's like finding Where's Waldo. You
Yeah.
know, where's Dirty? And there she is. You can always find her. No, yeah, the pink definitely stands out. And, you know, you're a friend of mine, and I love helping people out. There was a handful of people that I definitely got to help out this last year. I'm looking forward to doing the same exact thing, but on steroids out here in Vegas. A lot of great things that are happening for us out here, but it's scary because a lot of us don't know what's going on. We don't know where to start. We don't know, you know, where to go for what's the best deals. Where's everybody staying? Where's the Raider fan convention? Where's the, you know, explosion going to be? Everything is going to be kind of chaotic, I think. And so that's why I'm excited that we have another 2 years to really get that together, because we need to represent when we come out here. And I think, obviously, with bringing everyone out here, we're going to make Las Vegas the Black Sea. And that's going to be awesome. But there's going to be a lot of rules and regulations that are going to go into effect here. And I'm just hoping that we can abide by them so that we can still enjoy the game, because Vegas is no joke. That is for sure. That is no joke here.
You know, I've been hearing some rumors that the casinos they may be interested in employing superfans at some sort of casino tailgate type thing. Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, put it this way. You're in a major city with a lot of people that have money that are not Raider fans. And then you have in this city people that are Raider fans that are just moving out here, and are planning themselves and trying to get things up and established here. So you have two different types of demographic of groups that are trying to create things for our Raider Nation while we're out here. But yes, to answer that, yes, I do believe that there are a couple super fans pairing up with some bars and some booster clubs to promote and bring people all together. Because as you know, when we travel in the Raider Nation, the night before, the day after, and obviously if we're not going to be able to tailgate, we're going to have to find something that works for us, you know, as a fan base. So there's going to be a lot of things in casinos, like, hey, over here at this casino, there's going to be this going on, and over here at this casino, everybody's going to want to get a piece of the pie. It's really going to be up to us, the fans, to dictate where the money goes and how we get treated and what kind of experience we have. You know, you can come to Vegas and have a great experience. You can come to Vegas and have a horrible experience. I think it's going to be the same way if you come out here and you're expecting one thing and you don't know the rules and regulations. It can be a hassle, you know, using Ubers and Lyfts. Where can we park? You know, is it kid friendly? You know what I mean? Things like that, because some people bring their kids, and Vegas is not really a kid friendly place. So there are going to be certain people that are putting stuff together for the family-oriented groups, and then there's obviously going to be the strippers and party and the Raider Nation and the gambling and the strip, you know? So you're going to have a little bit of both. But I think that's going to really bring us together.
Yeah, I hope so. You know, and I was thinking that would be awesome, right? To like unionize, I guess, as super fans and make sure that we're all getting paid, you know, fairly, and get into casinos to pay for us to go there. That would be awesome. You know, and then with people like you there established, and then, you know, so we know where to go once we get there, what the good deals are and all that.
Well, that's kind of where I wanted to fit in, because here's the thing. You're going to have tons of people trying to get in, and I'm sure Rilla and Violator, and I know that the Black Hole's out here already. I've already spoke with them, and they're out here very deep. They already have an office. They're being established, and they are working side by side with different hotel chains. So you're going, just like in this last, in the last Super Bowl, we went down and we were watching it, and there was Bronco fans and Raider fans all in the same room watching this, and we all got along. It was really weird. And actually Tim Brown was there, and I told him this. I said, did you ever think you'd see the day that we'd be sharing a room and there'd be no problem in Vegas together, rivals? And he's like, nope. He's like, I never thought it. So, you know, there's a lot that's going to change out here in Vegas. With the draft coming, it's not going to just be us. It's going to be all the other teams, too. So everybody's going to be fighting to get those deals. But once season hits and we have a schedule and we know when we're going to want to be out here, there's going to be 100 different ways to get your hotel, get your flights, your accommodations. And it just really depends on what you want. But, yes, I am creating my own website, my own link that's going to have packages, discounts, through my work, and then through people that I have decided to partner up with out here in order to give you guys the best experience. Because I don't want to depend on a casino to employ me. to do what I need to do. I believe if I can turn around and help and do everything I can to get every type of person in the situation they want to be in, then that ball will get rolling, and pretty soon it'll be a very easy click, 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 book, and you're done. And it's no hassle. That's really my goal, is to be able to help with tickets, hotels, accommodations, attractions, and discounts.
Get it done. Damn. I know who to call.
Lot, huh?
Shit. I'm calling Jers when I go to Vegas.
Yes.
So as you just said, you went from Oakland to Vegas. You're there. You're setting up shop. You've been on the Oaktown Legends show, which is why you have the Oaktown Legends patch. You've been on the Raider Invasion podcast, and now Monday Nights Live.
That's right.
Huh?
I said that's right.
Okay, all right, cool. So are you ready to help me with Vegas Year One, which will be a show similar to Oaktown Legends, chronicling the first year of the Raiders in Vegas?
Absolutely. Let's get it going.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to work on getting those into some patches and shirts and stuff like that, too. Because, like you're saying, it's wide open now. And people like Cisco are there. You're there. Lots of other folks are going there. Rob, Raider Rob. I'm excited to get there and see how much of that Oakland flavor, gets carried over into Vegas, especially with people like y'all there.
Yeah, we're going to be sprinkled around. Vegas is a lot bigger than Oakland as far as the area that we're going to be able to use as our playground. And I think we're going to really be able to bring Oakland and our tradition somewhat, somehow, come hell or high water, to this city.
Yeah, and so, the draft was supposed to happen there, but then COVID hit, but we still had a draft, so how are you feeling about the players we drafted?
You know what? I was working. I didn't get to see a lot of it, but I did get to catch it after, and I'm excited. I think that everybody always kind of has their own feelings on the draft. They always feel like, oh, we needed to draft this, we needed to do that, and honestly, at the end of the day, you never know until everything's on the table, the season's done, the stats are in. And you can kind of see where we went right. A lot of times people say, oh, this person we drafted, they're going to do great things for us. And they're not the one that ends up doing the great things. It's the rookie no-name that, nobody was paying attention to. So it just depends. This year, I'm excited to see Derek obviously still with us. And I think he has a good team, a solid team around him.
Yeah, he's got a lot of weapons now. And that brings me to my next question, right? There's a lot of people saying that there's no more excuses for Carr. How do you feel about Carr and the Mariota situation? And how long do you think it'll take for Mariota to come in if Carr cannot get it together this year?
Well, as far as having Mariota there, realistically, being an athlete, a lot of times people say, oh, I want to be the star, I want to be a star. But it's nice to have somebody back up behind you. It's nice to know that if something goes wrong or if you get hurt, there's going to be somebody there to at least help the team. Now, Derek has always been able to lead our team. He has been hurt. I am always concerned about any player that gets hurt or that goes through any type of trauma like that. Because it could be a mental thing and it can be a physical thing. But I think he has a great team around him now. He has fresh blood. He has a brand new stadium. He has obviously a brand new coach. And we've had him for a year, but he's still a brand new coach, 2 years. And, bottom line is there should be no excuse why we cannot succeed. But at the end of the day, it does not take one great quarterback or one player to make a win or a winning or a losing season. It's going to take all of them. And I think it comes down to camaraderie. But I think we have the best chances, the best hand dealt, no pun intended, for us to be able to succeed and really do some great things moving forward in the future.
Yeah, I think that that what will keep Carr, at the starting position is the fact that we may not have, training camp. It might have a virtual training camp. We're not going to have, mini camp and OTAs and all that. So, Mariota is not really going to have a lot of hands-on experience running the offense. So, Carr, we're in a position right now with this uncertainty that's going on with the NFL in the season that if we come in with Carr, he already knows the offense and he's been playing it for 2 years. So that automatically gives us an edge. And I think that that's what's going to be able to, get us to win this year.
Right, absolutely. I just don't think that. I think that we need to stop trying to pin Derek for everything. I know it's just a natural reaction that we do because he's a quarterback and all that. But at the end of the day, he touches the ball the most. He does make the most decisions. So regardless if he's in Oakland or Las Vegas, he needs to come correct and he needs to show out and he needs to do what he does, and that's be Derek Carr. So I'm looking forward to watching him play, and I think he's going to do great things.
Me too. Me too. Hey, and I'm over here looking at the live chat. Mr. Greenleaf said, "What's up?"
Hey.
Ghost Raider said, "What's up?" Much love. Kaylee's in here. How you doing, Kaylee? Daniel's in here. All right, chat line rocking. All right, y'all. Hey, share the video if you don't mind. I appreciate it. All right. So, George, you know what time it is now, right?
I know what time it is.
It's no caller's favorite segment. Oh, Raider Bear had a hard time last week, but he was a great sport. So here we go. But here's the 2-minute Raider trivia drill. All right, so let's go. All right, the Raiders. Well, that might be a little outdated. Man, I should have. All right, Joe Bugle lost his Raiders coaching debut in 1997 in overtime to which team?
Can you say that again?
Joe Bugle lost his Raiders coaching debut in 1997 in overtime to which team?
This is hard. I don't know. I don't know. The Jets?
No, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
All right. Which Raiders coach never lost an overtime game? John Madden, Tom Flores, John Ronch, or Al Davis?
Which has never lost in overtime?
Yes, never lost an overtime game.
I repeat the answers.
It was John Madden, Tom Flores, John Ronch, and Al Davis.
I met Tom. I'm gonna go with Tom.
Oh, close, but John Madden.
He always gets all the props. I didn't want to see him.
Okay, why was Dave Casper's catch in Baltimore called Ghost to the Post?
Why was he called that?
Why was Dave Casper's catch in Baltimore called Ghost to the Post?
Because it was a post route?
Hey, don't be typing into Google, all right? No, but you got that one right. I heard you typing.
I mean, honestly, I don't, because he's Casper, he's a ghost, and he went to the route. It would be like so self-explanatory, but, I'm a blonde, so really underneath that pink, there's blonde.
All right, let me get some ones from last week. All right, maybe you can get those. I think this one's an important one. Every Raider fan should know this one. The Raiders logo was modeled after which Western movie star?
The Raider logo was after which Western movie star?
Yeah, modeled after which Western movie star?
Oh, man, you really got me today. I'm gonna get you when I see you.
You better watch these shows now. It's
yeah, right.
Randolph Scott. It's Randolph Scott. All right. All right. Who was the Raiders' very first #1 draft pick in 1960?
Was our #1 draft pick in 1966?
No, their first #1 draft pick in 1960. The first ever.
I wasn't born, right?
Me either. And if it weren't for this book, I wouldn't know the answer.
You realize I was born in '82, right? You know what?
All right.
I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to tell you like this. You know what I do know is that the Raiders weren't originally called the Raiders, and I know we weren't always the silver and black. We've gone through a lot of changes for sure, but there's a lot of history I don't know about the Raiders, obviously.
There's a lot that I don't know, but I just like having fun. This is a fun segment. All right,
don't
one
worry.
more.
Next time I'm gonna have more questions for you, and you're gonna be in the hot seat. We're gonna see how many Homer gets. No. That's how this is gonna go.
That's what I told Polo to do. All right. This is the last one. The Raiders' first stadium in Oakland was named after.
The stadium was named after.
The Raiders' first stadium in Oakland was named after Jack London, Earl Warren, Gert Rudstein, or Frank Ewell.
I'm going to say Jack London.
No, it was Frank Ewell. That's all right.
Ah, there we go.
And that's why it's No Caller's favorite segment.
That's right.
All right, Jersey. Hey, thanks a lot for coming on. But before you go, tell the Raider Nation how to find you.
Well, as you know, I'm down here in Las Vegas, Nevada, waiting on all y'all. You can find me online on Facebook at Jersey Tucker. My fan page is Raider Dirty Jers on Facebook, which is what I'm going to be using more of to release public videos that you guys can share. And then I am on Instagram under Jersey Tucker. You can find me that way as well. But please feel free to get a hold of me, call me, DM me, and look forward to my website, which is going to have discounts and coupons and game tickets and hotels and flights for everyone.
There you go, Raider Nation. Make sure you find her.
That's right.
All right.
Thanks for the love. Appreciate it, Raider.
Hey, appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. All right, Raider Nation. There you have it. Raider Dirty Jers. Man, she's been a strong supporter of the Raider Homer channel from the beginning. She was I think she was in the 6th episode of the Raider Homer Superfan show. She taught me a lot, man. She welcomed me with open arms, and me and my daughter, and so I really appreciate it. So make sure y'all, get over there and support her. All right, shout out to Big Mac. Big Mac, we're gonna play another song of yours here in a second on the Raider Homer halftime show. The General, don't forget your patch is in the mail, brother. I appreciate your letter, man. Ronald, hey, bro. Anytime. Kaylee, how you doing? All right, Raider Nation, let's go ahead and get to the Raider Homer's phone blitz and the halftime show.
Hello, Raider Nation. This is Raider Travis. Just wanted to call in. Wish everybody the best. Hope you're staying safe. And hope you're not going crazy. Anyhow, best wishes to everyone. And let's give some shout outs, to Raider Homer for doing what he does. And his crew, as well as Queen of Darkness, Darkside Demon, Raider Storm, Raiderette Beauties, Raider Guys, Raider Girls, El Raider Resendez, Raider Menaces, Raider Riddler, Poor Dub, Them Raider Boys, Resendez Brothers, SoCal Raider Nation, and let's not forget Wayne Mabry, the Violator, as well as Gorilla Rilla, Raider Mob Boss, Raiderette Black Ice, Cold Raider, Riot Raider, Gray Raider, Joker Raider 60. Go check his page out. Check his website. Raider Goon, Deadpool Raider, League of Bandits, NorCal Raider Mob, Raider Jester, Captain Raider, and Bobby Barbecue Rob. Check out his barbecue. He's good. You ever in Fresno, hit up Barbecue Rob, Bayside Barbecue. Big Mac. Not forget the way of Mr. J. The Knights of the Shields, Raider Bear and Mama Bear. Check out their podcast or their live show. Yeah, Monday through Friday on Facebook. Black Widow Raiderette, Kukui, and everyone else that I haven't mentioned. But I hope everyone and wish everyone the best. God bless you guys. And stay safe. Not forget, Raiders!
What's up, Raider Nation? It's your boy out of Reno, Nevada, 775 Raider Diz. Out of the Reno Raider Nation, giving a shout out to all my brothers and sisters out there representing the black and silver. How about that draft, baby? Looking hard, looking like some weapons. We gonna get it this year. We gonna take them to the house. Anyway, it's your boy. Holla at me. Good looking out. One Nation. That's right, baby. Raider Nation.
What up, Homer? What's up, Raider Nation? This is me, also Raider, the president of the TMBC family. I hope you all have fun during this draft. All the Zoom parties and free raffles we give to you guys. I want to give a shout out to the people that donated from One Nation brand. Check them out. From the Print Shack, check them out. Only One Nation. Thanks to Cynthia, Raider Wolf, Little Chucky, Raider Squid, Iron Man, Double G, and Barbara for donating. Much love, guys. And from the TMBC party, all the guests, Gray Raider, Homer Raider, Joker, Deadpool, The Rock, Squid, Little Chucky, Chewy Baka, Mob Boss, the Ghost Raiders, Clown Prince, Droopy, Penguin, Raider Wolf, Raider Mo, Raider Goon, Iron Man, Hell Raider, and other Raider Nation worldwide from Germany, Mexico. Much love, guys. Keep ripping that nation. Go Raiders, TMBC.
Yeah, Raider Homer. Hey, man, it's Raider Roof calling in. Say what's up, seeing how you felt about the draft this weekend, man. Caught you on the Zoom parties. It was pretty cool. Fun catching up with y'all. Yeah, Woodland, California calling in. Make sure y'all doing good with this virus. Getting over it already. Get our sports back. Let's get some football going. Let's get some Raider time. Get that Raider life rolling again. Hey, best of luck and go Raiders.
Calling much love to Raider Homer. How you doing, brother? Calling in, check out your dope show as always. Very happy about our draft. I think we got back-to-back awesome dynamite draft picks, which is gonna just elevate us to that next level. I'm seeing 10-6 in the future. I talked to Miss Cleo, the psychic, and she says 10-6. We'll be tying the Chiefs for the league for our division title, and we are going to get ourselves a wild card berth, and we're gonna do just like we did back in the day with Marcus Allen, and we're gonna win the Super Bowl as a wild card. How about that? You like those apples? Love you, brother. Keep doing a good job, the good work that you're doing. And yeah, keep it Raiders 24/7, brother. Out.
What's up, Raider Homer? It's me, the General. I'm just calling to say what's up. Calling out of Fresno, California. Want to say what's happening and hope to talk to you again.
All right, there you have it, Raider Nation. Raider Homer's Phone Blitz. Make sure you get your calls in every week before 8 p.m. CST. And I appreciate all the phone blitzers calling in this week. Good takes, y'all. Hey, if we win a Super Bowl, Wolf, I'll buy your ticket there. Oh, man. Also, hey, man, that was a hell of a badass party you had going on, bro, over there in Zoom, man. Deadpool was right, though, man. You sounded really wasted. It was either that or your connection, but, hey, that shit was fun, brother. All right, let's check out the chat line right quick. Big man, about the same people. Hope y'all all in there still. Go ahead and share if you haven't already. I appreciate it. If you care, you share. I don't mean to steal from the bear, but hey, man, he's lighting the way. He's carrying the torch. All right, now, here we go. Halftime show. Raider music every episode. Here we go.
show, and in the black hole, we the best fan base, yup, let's go. Who got the Raider party poppin' non-stop? Big Mac, who? Big Mac, yup. Who got the Raider music down on lock? Big Mac, who? Big Mac, yup. You're about to get cracked by the men in black. We never show slack when we ready to attack. Yeah, we lost Jack, but Chucky is back. We got this Raider game down on lock. Haters about to show us respect and props. We can't be stopped cause we creeping to the top. Hit you so hard, have you feeling aftershock. Y'all keep talking about that mumbo jumbo. You're about to fumble, get ready to rumble. With the Raider Nation, with the boys in black. Don't act like you don't know, but the Raiders are back. Well, if the ass is critical, the picture is our pitiful. Yeah, I'm talking shit to you donkeys, that's typical. We coming out strong, dropping bombs. It's on, John Gruden, it's back where it belongs. So get ready to get poppin', ain't no stopping. We about to keep stopping on the rest, we dropping. About to show skills, breaking grills for real. No time to chill, this is a mind-blowing thrill. To have the asses laid out, played out, way out. Especially Raider heads, just stay out. Can you hang with the boys from O.Co? Nah, I don't think so, come on, let's go. Jack, and you are listening to the one and only Raider Homer here on his YouTube channel. Why aren't you here more often?
All right, Raider Nation, there you go. That's the Raider Homer Monday Nights Live halftime show. I want to call everything Raider Homer's this, Raider Homer's that. Hey, so be sure you get Big Mac's new album, Always Reppin', man. You've heard 2 tracks off of that album now, man. It's about time to get it because I know you like it. All right, and Kaylee Raiderhead, they're coming back. You know, they're doing some things in Las Vegas right now, so keep an eye open for them. Raider Rob and Stoner Dude, they're back at it, man. They're fixing to go hard, and you know, they're gonna rep well at home, our new home in Las Vegas. So keep an eye out for them there. All right, cool. So we are moving right along. We are gonna go ahead and get the Raider homies on the Raider Homer channel. You know, Monday Nights Live. Let's see. Let's give another shout out. Is Kaylee in the chat line? Seguin, I guess that's Big Loco. You ain't heard them in years, huh, brother? Well, I'm glad you got to hear him here on the Raider Homer channel, man. All right, so let's get the homies on the line. All right, Raider Nation. Here they are, the Raider homies. How y'all doing, fellas?
Going well.
Real good, real good.
Right here chilling like a villain. Clown Prince.
Droopy checking in.
Cool, man. Hey, you know.
Loco out here.
Yeah, man, that was a crazy little Zoom party going on. All those parties going on during the draft, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have fun. We have fun, man. It was awesome.
All right, cool, man. Well, Droopy, dude, thanks for coming back on the show, man. You know, you've been a long-time supporter of the Raider Homer channel, man, so I appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate the invite.
All right, cool. Now, you told us on Coast to Coast with the Black Hole Superfans that your cousin David Gonzalez created the Little Homies. But I'd like for you to share that story again and how it led to the Raider Homies, if you don't mind.
All right, about 5 years ago, we were sitting in his living room watching a Raider game, drinking some beer, and he had the big local mask sitting on the counter. You know, and you got to remember, he made these masks about 15 to 20 years ago as a Halloween prop, you know, and they've been long forgotten. But that one was sitting on his counter, so I said, hey, you know what? Let me wear this to the Raider game next week. The big local, right? Nothing, no shirts, just a mask, and I wore it, and it was a pretty big hit. And he goes, "Hey, Moxie, you know what? I got a couple more. Another one in the garage. I got one in storage, and a couple more. Another one's in L.A., one's in Vegas. Blah blah blah. So let me get them." So the second game, I like the droopy one. So I was him, and I gave the big local one to my compa Ray. And there was both of us there that day. Then he dug out the other two, and that's about then it just took off. So originally it was me as Droopy, a bunch of the Richmond guys. You know, Ray, my compa Ray was Clown Prince. Rick Sanchez was 8 Ball, and Larry Reyna was Big Loco. And they passed the reins to these guys. Like they couldn't pick a better crew of guys. You know, they like to travel. Gonzalo, Doug, Ricardo. So they took over for him. Gladly took over, and the rest is history.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's really cool to see that, you know, a group of guys that are supposed to represent the same, you know, like universe, I guess, the Little Homies universe, you know, but as Raider fans. I think that's cool. You know, you see Big Bad Wolf coming out, you know, you got the other Wolf characters, you know, I'd like to see them join together as a group, because to me, that's cool. You know, it's very unique. A group of super fans that represent the same, you know, genre and character universe, you know.
Oh yeah, people like to see that, you know, a group of, like you said, are, you know, kind of resemble each other or have something to do with each other.
Yeah.
You know, we've always getting, you know, positive feedback from people, and you know, so we appreciate it.
Yeah, man, because those Little Homies, those toys took off, man. I remember having a bunch of them. You know, seemingly everybody had them, dude. So it's nice to see them a part of the Raider Nation.
Yeah. And last time I believe I came out. I don't think I was able to tell you. I didn't. I tell you there was something I could say a little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
But now now it's public that my cousin David signed a contract with Disney, so they're actually going to be on cartoons.
That's cool, man. That's real cool.
Like you, like Homer, just like the Simpsons. They're going to be first the Mijos are the kid homies. They're going to be out on TV first, and then the homies will follow after.
Man, well, congratulations, man. That's real cool. You know, hard work pays off, and I'm glad that, you know, he's enjoying, you know, this new wave of Little Homies. You know, the universe is expanding, so that's really, really cool. Little kids, you know, will be able to enjoy it the way we did.
That's been his dream for 25 years, since '95, to get them in Hollywood, and finally it's happened. You know, he signed a done deal. So.
Well, there you go, man. Hey, and so Clown Prince, man, what, you know, I always see you all over social media. You know, puro pinche party, right? You know, but
yeah.
What makes an epic Raider Nation party, and what does being a Raider homie mean to you, bro?
Man, it just means having a good time with the homies. I mean, every time we get together, we always have a good time.
Epic, right?
Yeah, epic.
That's right.
Epic, brother.
Epic, bro.
That's right. Epic. That's how we do it.
Hey, so that little figurine that you said looks like you, was that custom made for you?
Yeah, that was a special gift from my buddy Droopy, Michael Aragon. He is one of the homies, and he just gave him a little Raider love into it, and made him into one little double J. The little homie.
Yeah, man, that's cool. A lot of people have those Funko Pop toys, of themselves, but not everybody has a little homie of themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. So, I appreciate you two coming back on the channel, man, and I'm excited to bring 2 new homies on the Raider Homer channel. So tonight is the first night that 8 Ball and Big Loco have been on the channel. And as always, when someone comes on for the first time, we like to find out when and why they became Raider fans. So we'll start with 8 Ball. First of all, thank you for coming on. And when and why did you become a Raider fan?
Hey, right on, brother. Thanks for the invite, man. Appreciate it. Big fan, man. First time on your show, and I'm honored, man. I'm honored to be here. So, yeah, man, it's just like everybody else, man, in the nation, Raider fan since I can remember, I didn't live here in the area for a while, but then when I moved out here to the Bay Area, I met my brother, Rob Rivera, which is the Black Hole Rob. Through him is how I met Mike. He invited me over to the tailgate for the first time. He introduced me to all the big guys, which was Mike. Mike's a big part of our tailgate. He's the one that's out there first, hands first, putting all the tailgate together. And, started coming around to the Black Hole because for a while, when I've been just a ticket holder for a while myself too. But I used to party at the Law D. That's what my section was. And until I got invited to the Black Hole tailgate by my brother, Rob Rivera, Black Hole Rob. So I met these guys, man, Mike, Raymond, Big Ricky, and Tony. Tony used to be one of the homies. And it's just one time. Then a couple of the homies, like Mike was saying, they retired from being homies, and the opportunity came, man. And Mike at the time, Mike and I became pretty good friends. I was at the tailgate all the time. In the morning, helped him set up.
Rick was out there early.
Yeah, so that's how I, then Mike and I became good friends, and when the opportunity presented itself, he asked me, hey man, how do you feel about becoming a homie? And man, I already see the homies. I've taken pictures with them every tailgate we had, events, because we're helping, planning all the events for the Black Hole and stuff. And I seen the homies, everywhere, and people liked them and everything. So when the opportunity presented itself, man, I was like, I jumped on it. Mike asked me, hey man, what do you feel about becoming a homie? I was like, man, hell yeah, man, I'm down. Sounds like fun, I like it. I see how you guys, how the people react when you guys put the mask on. I was like, I'm all in, man. And then, we started traveling. I think right a little bit after that, Mike and I, had an event in L.A. and traveled to L.A., and that was my first time putting my mask on, in L.A. And I loved it, man. I loved it. The minute I put that mask on, man, you become a different person, man. It's hard to explain, but it's amazing. It's amazing. I love it from the get-go. From the get-go, man, we were out there partying in L.A., and man, people loved it, and I was like, man, this is it, man. This is where I want to be. So yeah, from there on, man, ever since I've been a homie, and loving every moment of it, man. Put those masks on, get out there, and take pictures with the crowd, and it's an amazing feeling, man. It's hard to explain. I mean, I'm sure Homer, you got our own thing going and stuff, but it's been a cool ride, man, being a homie, and I hope I can keep enjoying it until as long as we can, because it's pretty badass, man. And I thank Droopy for thinking of me, man, inviting me over to the homies family and be a part of it, man.
Nah, you're welcome, bro.
Yeah, man. There's something about putting a mask on that just puts you in that Raider frame of mind. You just put it in fifth gear, man, and you're just going all out, man. So I can appreciate that. It's really cool to be a part of something that really does mean something to people, something that elevates the game day experience, right? And even the YouTube experience in my mind. Because Raider fans, man, we do it like no other fan base.
That's right, man. That's right, man. And that's how I love about it, man. Because over the years too, because of that, being a homie, being a Black Hole fan, being one part of the Urban crew, we're the ones always out there firsthand, helping out. And it's the Black Hole family, man. It's a big thing, I loved it. I think, like I said, Rob Rivera, my brother Rob, Black Hole Rob, and Mikey, all my brothers in the Black Hole, man. I love every one of them. It's we have fun, man. We travel, we try to go as many places as we can. Mike and I mainly. Gonzalo, he's out there, like say Double G is everywhere. You see Double G everywhere. We'll party. We'll
Everywhere.
Party.
Everywhere.
Get up, hook up with Dougie. Hook up with Dougie, and gone. All four of us.
Yeah, man.
Hey, yeah, and now we're gonna hear from Big Loco. So how's it going, bro? How you doing?
Oh man, good out here, hot as fuck in Vegas.
Yeah, I bet, man. Vegas and Texas, man. I bet it's dry heat over there, though, right? We're humid as hell down here.
Yeah, hot's hot though, man. When it's 95, 100 degrees or more, it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care if it's dry or humid, it's just hot.
Well, hey, man, I want to say thank you for coming on the Raider Homer channel, dude. I've seen you out and about, dude. I'm glad I finally get to talk to you.
Yeah. Sorry I don't connect with any of you guys I don't have any in that social media. So, I just started a Twitter, but yeah, I don't really deal with the social media like everybody else. I used to, but me, I'm more of an in-person guy anyway. I like to see my people. We like to travel around. We support our Raiders. We get our homies on. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah. Raider Nation, man, travels well, and it helps build those family bonds.
Absolutely. That's what the Raider is, a family. It's not a casual thing. It ain't 16 Sundays. It's a lifestyle.
Every day. So tell us when and why you became a Raider fan.
Oh man, since I was tiny, man, when the Raiders moved to LA, they came and started practicing in my hometown in Oxnard, where I was born and raised. And so it was a community thing there for us. Plus, it was just so blessed to have my team move there for a minute, And, we had, like Raider Family Day. Back then, it wasn't like it is now. You used to be able to go down and mingle with the players and whatnot and talk to them, shoot the shit. There really wasn't no diva. You know what I mean? And to me, it was just the people that you meet with the Raiders, like my wife, have been just the most solid cats, that I meet anywhere. And I've been around a place or two in my time, and you're always immediately I feel like I'm always immediately shown love, and that's the same thing I try to do for everybody else everywhere I go. I see a Raider fan. It don't matter what country, what city, what state. It's automatic fan to me. I'm gonna show love. Automatic
for sure. So so tell us how you met Mike, right, and then how you became a super fan.
Oh man, I've been going to all the games in Oakland for a long time. I've been going to the Black Hole tailgate for, I don't know, like maybe 15 years.
Oh yeah, at least.
I don't know, man. What year is it? But just the very first time I ever popped into the Black Hole tailgate, man, and it was just an atmosphere of family and just just one love of everybody happy to be together and with one passion for the race that it's just like I never wanted to leave, you know, and to this day it's the same. It's just the same heads, you know. I met many years ago. To this day, we talk all the time, almost every day, and we plan stuff together. You know, we like to travel together and go out and just have a good time. A few years back, Mikey asked me if in fact, we were in Rosarito, no, Mikey, and
Yeah.
he's like, Dougie, throw the mask on, let's get it, and just never looked back. For me, it's not a costume to me. Like I dress this way 365. It's just putting on a mask and the culture I grew up around, you know, my whole life in Oxnard. It just feels right, and the people that I do it with are real family, and that to me makes it special and worth it every time.
Hell yeah, man. Raider Nation, all about family, dude. Said it time and time again because it's the truth, man. You know, and I've been a fan for a long time, dude, and you know, I felt like the lone Raider fan in Texas for a while, but then I joined the club and I just grew and grew within the family from there, and then yeah, man, then I went to Oakland and it just exploded into this channel, you know. But it's definitely a great thing to be a part of, which is the Raider Nation.
Absolutely.
All right, so Zoom was where it was at during the draft all weekend, right? We were all supposed to be there. We're all supposed to meet up. It was going to be epic. Ain't that right, Double G?
That's right, man. Whoever wasn't there, they missed out. We had a good time, man. You can't stop the nation from having a good time.
Yeah, man. And you know, those Zoom groups, it was crazy, man. It was packed in there, man.
That was Michael and my wife's idea, Darlene. They put that together, and they took about a week and a half, man. Michael and my wife just stressing to make it go right for everybody. I was real pleased to see how it came out.
That was cool, man. We held all the clubs held up their own little banner. It was pretty cool, man. That was the highlight for me, you know.
Hey, so Mike and Double G, did we ever figure out why we got kicked out of that group?
I don't know. I heard a lot of people did. Man, there must have been a glitch or something. Even I got kicked out. So I don't know what happened. Hey, I got off to handle something because I got my phone kept ringing. Man, they said I got kicked off. I get kicked off, so I got off to handle it, and then I couldn't get back on. So I don't know what was going down. Yeah, you know,
the whole thing crashed. I think it was something to do with Zoom because we all got kicked out.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. At least it wasn't Nana's fault, right? Or Baby D's.
No. It was funny because after that we got in our own private Zoom. Nana, Baby D, Fabian, Double G, Deadpool, Chris. We stayed up till 3 a.m. drinking. So yeah, it was good.
You want my send that link for that late one? I was out, man. I have probably like half of that bottle of tequila that day. I think it was too far.
Man, I made it to the 2:00 hour here on in Texas, you know, in CST time zone, dude. And you know, after that though, man, I had to tap out, man, because y'all guys were just still head bopping, you know, turning the music up. More shots. I'm like, damn, man, about to pass the fuck out.
That was epic, man. It was crazy. I think we had up to 100 people at one time. Yeah,
it was cool. People, all right, cool. Hey, man, so we're running up against the clock. Like I said, I got Polo coming up with Bob Grant. But before I get y'all out of here, man, give me y'all's draft grade real quick for the Raiders.
Ooh, man, I'm feeling good about the speed and the aggression. I'll put it. I just feel like I had a couple of players I would have rather went with if not trade back at 19, but I think it still gets a solid B. I think.
So what's your grade?
I'm with Dougie. There you go. Same.
A solid B.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. All y'all. That's all y'all's grade.
No. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Same as Dougie, man. I feel the same way as Dougie does. So I'm good. Man.
Well, what about you, Rick?
Yeah, I think so, man. I think it was. I like their picks. You know, you like what we got. I know we have a couple of weapons here for Carr, a couple of wide receivers. We got a couple of corners, man, which we need a lot of work on. We've been getting burned the last few years, man. Corners, man, we just did not get a good corner. And we got a couple of corners, a couple of wide receivers, man, and so let's see, man. I'm optimistic, man. Like always, hope we do like 10-7, man. I'm seeing, good things. I don't know that we should make it to the to the playoffs, but hey, it all happened, man. So I'm hoping for a good season, man. See what happens.
I'm just hoping. Hey, I'm just hoping for a season.
Right.
Yeah, that's too. Yeah, you're right there, man.
What about you, Double G?
Man, I think it was a good draft. Shoot, that guy Henry Ruggs they picked up in the first round. That guy's gonna be something special. Speed kills. That's what Al Davis loved in wide receivers, and I look forward for that. Hail Mary pass. Long passes, and I think we're gonna do pretty good this year. I'm excited for the season to kick off. Can't wait to go check out that new stadium and see how we do this year. Hopefully the playoffs.
Here.
Hangover.
All right, cool, man. Well, so before I get y'all out of here, man, tell the Raider Nation how to find y'all on social media.
Me's Raider Droopy. Raider_Droopy_homie on Instagram. Facebook, Michael Aragon.
Yeah, Clown Prince.
A-Ball, Mo under, Rick Saldana on both of them on Instagram and Facebook. Rick Saldana. You can find me there.
Clown Prince, Gonzalo Gonzalez, Double G on Instagram.
Yeah, I say I don't really fuck with the social media, but I made a Twitter. You can find me at Big Loco Homies on Twitter.
All right, cool, man. I appreciate y'all coming on the channel, man. Like I said, the Raider Homies is a great concept, and I can't wait to see y'all in Vegas.
Appreciate the invite.
Thank you for having us.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks for the invite, Homer. Appreciate it, brother.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for taking the time.
All right, say what's up to Polo for us.
Oh yeah, I'll tell him y'all say what's up.
All right.
All right, cool. Thanks.
All right,
homie.
Cool, man.
All right,
You
there
guys
you go.
around. Bye.
Take care, Raider Homer.
You too.
All right.
There you have it, Raider Nation. Make sure you find all the Raider Homies on social media, except for Big Loco. He's only on Twitter, but you can find him there. Show them your support, man. Buy their gear. They got patches coming out. Oh, Polo ain't waiting. Here, let's get the polos. All right, Raider Nation, here's Polo Rodriguez, a.k.a. Fireman 4. Bob Grant is on the phone right now, and he will be calling in just a short while. How you doing, Polo, man? Thanks for coming back on the Raider Homer channel.
Hey, great, Homer. I always love being being a guest and being part of the team, man. Love your show. I was just laughing. I was listening to Droopy and Double G and Big Loco and Ricardo. It's fun. Just listen to those guys. The funny thing is, this last month or so, I started getting tattoos, and those guys, I got Double G, little figurine that you were talking about, tattooed on me, and also got little Droopy tattooed on me. So kind of like all little Funkos, which cool little collection. So when you brought that up, I was like, yeah, it's right here. Can't wait to show it off this summer.
All right, cool. Hold on. Hold on, Mr. Grant. Okay, hold on. Hold on. All right, Raider Nation, sorry for the interruption. Didn't mean to cut Polo off, but Bob Grant was calling, so we had to get him on the line and get situated. So, let's get started, fellas. First of all, thank you, Mr. Grant, for joining us.
My pleasure, Homer.
Now, Polo, I'd like for you to tell us, how the relationship, the partnership between the Black Hole and the NFL Retired Players Congress developed.
Well, it was a good story. We worked with Chris Johnson from USA Hall of Fame Sports. He does a lot of autographs. And when I was working with him and bringing a lot of the super fans to that show, he says, there's a group here that I think would be perfect for you guys. And while we were there, they came up, and I talked to Marv and Harold and Ron Brown, and they talked to us what their mission was. And for us, we pride ourselves as saying, we're the football's most notorious fans. And that word is football's most notorious fans. So if you're a football fan, you got to pay homage to the guys that entertained you growing up. And then here we are, we're sitting with these guys at the table. And what I like the most is that they give back to the players. Their stuff, it's a for-profit. I'll let Bob talk about it, but you see them, every player is important to them. And they get back to the community. I mean, there's a lot of legal things, and Ron Brown, he might be a guy to bring on next, and he'll explain to you with the railroad company, but how it works with fines. But what these guys do, take care of the player of the past, and they're the ones that invented. I mean, they're the ones, the men of the gridiron. These guys are the ones that played, and they played in a different era, but they weren't millionaires day one, the way today's players are. But these guys are our heroes. They're our Willie Browns. They're our Ted Hendrickses. Those guys are, they got Marv Fleming, Bob Grant right next to us here now. But, Marv won 2 national championships before there was a Super Bowl, and then won 5 Super Bowls. Think about that. So these are the guys that, records were made of, trivia was made of, and they're great gentlemen to be around. They give back to the community. But so anyway, from the Black Hole perspective, me and Droopy from the Richmond chapter, we took on as the contacts. And so it's the Santa Maria chapter and the Richmond chapter that are the lead for the Black Hole, for the partnership between us and the Retired Players of Congress.
So, Mr. Grant, me and Polo have been working hard for a little while now to bring the Retired NFL Players Congress to the Raider Homer channel. So I'm excited to help you get the word out. But first, let's get into how So let's tell the Raider Nation how the Retired NFL Players Congress began and what the mission is for the Congress.
Well, yes, most of you know we have 3 or 4 retired player groups. And I belong to all of them. Well, the first group, the NFL alumni, I went into the league the year after the alumni was founded. The NFL alumni is funded by the owners. Anytime anybody is like you're funding you, you're not really a free person. You have to kind of go along with what they want you to do at times. With our former players organization, which we used to call the Retired NFL Players, that is funded by the union out of Washington, D.C. So that means that with all of our other groups, either the union or the owners can dictate to us what we do and when we do, because they're putting the money up. So after fighting and getting into a few battles with both the owners and the leagues as the independent players, which I formed, I think, back in about 2009. I went to some people in the league office who had been old adversaries, but they appreciated the way that I and the independent players handle ourselves and spoke up for ourselves. And by the way, we beat the union right after Gene, for they had to settle with us for about $28 million that was divided up among all of over 2,000 players. But the point is, in talking with some friends in the commissioner's office that a lot of people thought were really adversaries, they were respectful adversaries, but they were really friends too. And I asked them, what can we do, because we don't want you guys in ownership or the people over in the union telling us what to do. We're grown men. And they said, well, you should probably form your own organization, your own corporation, so that you're representing retired players independently and go into business. So I said, okay, so we did that. We formed incorporated as a for-profit company, a C Corp, the Retired NFL Players Congress. We exist legally like you're there. And then I went back there and I told them, I want you guys as our first business partners. They said, you're kidding. He said, well, what do you want to do? I said, we want to manufacture all of the NFL jackets that are manufactured in America, and we want to import them too. They said, well, G3 imports the jackets they sell. I said, well, yeah, but G3 doesn't give any money to players. G3 is a company with Carl Banks, and they keep all the money that they like you'll make. Our model is a different model. Even though we are a for-profit corporation, the profits have got to go someplace. So we got the deal, deal that they had never given to a group of retired players, before. So we are the American licensed manufacturer of NFL jackets, and also Major League Baseball, hockey, and the NBA. We picked those deals up too. So we are a group of 20,000 guys that we represent, like your guys, and we do business with the leagues and on that end. But with the money that we make, we take care of and help out the widows of our guys who have passed on. For an emergency, we give to the NFL Player Care Foundation, which is run by the owners and the union, but we put money in there also too, whereas they help players who are in real distress. We, with the money that we generate, you also have helped players out who needed medications, but were just too expensive for them to really afford. To our older players who are in their 80s and 90s, and we have more than you would imagine. We have a fund that's called the Pioneer Player Fund, because we get some money out to them every year, just a check. A lot of those guys don't collect a pension, and because they didn't play long enough to do it. Maybe a guy only played 1 year, 2 years back in the 50s or something like that. We try to be there for him. And then finally, and probably most importantly, we are very active and working with inner city youth and deserving charities. Ron Brown does a lot of stuff with the military charities, for us, and he does a lot on his own there, as well. But we have a program in the inner city schools, whereas we work in setting goals, and we have somebody showing up every week in those classes in junior high school, middle schools, and high schools. And we also have a scholarship program here in Los Angeles for inner city youth. So that as early as middle school, we will pay for them to start attending classes on Saturdays, or 1 day a week when they're younger, that learning to fly at tomorrow's Aeronautical Museum, in which they have helicopters there, they have their planes there. And of kids who have come up through that program that we have there, we have some kids, black and brown kids, believe it or not, who are flying commercially now. So I know some for UPS and some for FedEx and some for private companies. But what we're all about is we're not just about helping, and I know this was a lot, we're not just about helping older players and older players' families. We're about helping the communities that we live in, because even though we did not make a lot of money during the time that we played, we were a part of the communities that we lived in. And unfortunately, some of the young men who are fortunate enough to play today don't realize the obligation that they have to the communities that they live in. Be that kids or other charities and stuff. So that's as comprehensive a description as I can give you as to who we are and what we do right now. But we don't answer to the league, even though they're a business partner. We do what we damn well please, and we don't answer to the union. We do what we damn well please in representing players.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really cool that y'all,
we sound as if we were schooled by Al Davis, and like we really deserve to be partners with Black Hole, don't we?
Well, I mean, yeah, y'all deserve to be part of the Black Hole. I think y'all are great partners for the Black Hole. One thing that the Raider Nation loves to do is give back to the community. Even the Raider team itself too. So I think it's fantastic and a perfect fit for the Raider Nation.
Well, that's what attracted us, to Polo and Raider Nation and everything, because when our guys first told me, we just did the CPAT and the Raider Nation, I said, man, we don't have anything to do with those guys. Those guys are bikers. and everybody started laughing, and he said, no, Uncle Bob, no, they're not. These are people from all walks of life, professional people and, fire chiefs and everything. I said, no. I said, I've seen them. Those guys, they said, no, those are the outfits and stuff. I felt so foolish, after I met Polo, and then everybody started telling me who the Raider Nation really is. And that's when I made a commitment to Polo that, we would enjoy a partnership with you guys. Call on us anytime to support you in any way that we possibly can, and we will be there.
That's awesome. Yeah, that makes me think back to Wayne Mayberry, what he says in a clip I have called Layers. He says that Ken Stabler told him, what you're doing is special. So, he dresses up. The Violator dresses up. He got the silver and black painted face and the spiked shoulders. He's been doing it for like 28 years. And Ken Stabler told him, what you're doing is something that people really appreciate and like. So make sure you carry that torch high, because you're setting an example. And he said it blew his mind because, yes, the Raider Nation is labeled sometimes as ruffian or whatnot, but and we look rough on the outside, but on the inside we care and we give back to the communities, and that's what he meant by layers. And that his mind was wide opened after that, and he was changed as a fan and started doing positive things and not that he was doing negative things, but he was more eager to do positive and be a positive example. So yeah, since then the Raider Nation has been leaning that way. So like I said, I think it's a great pairing.
Well, we're certainly proud of our association and partnership and relationship, with the nation. And as I said, you guys call on us anytime.
Well, cool. So what are the future plans for the Retired NFL Players Congress?
Well, we do all jackets, and we make them here. We import them here. So, whenever we do get past this outbreak that's going on here, and we will at some point get past it. They'll get back into the season. We'll continue doing that and doing the work that we're doing. But one of the most exciting things that we have, and with anybody who wants to see, the game that we played back during the time that we played the game was a little different from the game today. And they have some tremendous athletes today. They probably have more good athletes than we had during our day. But they're playing under different rules. And I would tell anybody that if they had to play us against under the rules that we played under back in the day with Ben Davis and everybody, we'd kick their butts if they had to play under our rules. If we had to play under their rules, they would kick our butts. But there are a lot of people who loved the old "Take No Prisoner" like your game. And your Al Davis was one of those like your people. Al would put it on you. He showed like your no mercy, and he wanted players. And he wanted players who were hardcore. And so we have a new T-shirt line that we're coming out with, and actually now we have the test run that we did. I think we probably have maybe 150 at the test run of about 500 that we ran left. I hope that everyone will just on your computer go to very simply playerscongress.com, just the way that it sounds, playerscongress.com, and take a peek at the new T-shirt series that the Retired Players Congress is coming out like you're with. These T-shirts really do glorify the days when we could really hit people. And with the pictures on the, and it'll be a T-shirt, an ever-expanding T-shirt series. It's not something that we went down to the corner store and had someone like your print up. Our facility here in Los Angeles is 250,000 square feet. We're the largest manufacturer, whereas we actually do the work. We're the largest outside of China. We're the largest in the continental United States. So we are professional organizations and staffed by professional people there. But if they will go to playerscongress.com, I think we, as soon as the state of California lets us open back up, which hopefully will be in June, we will be running the first 4 pictures on the T-shirts. But you can go and look at shirt number 1 at playerscongress.com. Now, and hopefully you'll buy one of the 100 or so. Even if we had that many left of the sample run, you'll love the picture. If you loved Al Davis and the way that the Raiders, used to play ball, you'll pick up one of these shirts, and we've got those under the discount there.
Yeah, that's a great looking shirt. And you experienced, playing the Raiders back in the day. In 1970, in the conference championship game, you played the Oakland Raiders as a Baltimore Colt. Now that didn't turn out so good for us, but talk about what it was like to play the Raiders back in the day.
Well, let me give you this. When I came up and I was a rookie, the Raiders had a guy who had been a consensus All-American down at LSU, Billy Cannon. And Billy was a running back and tight end, so they had Billy filling in at tight end, quite a bit. When I first came up in 1968, we went out to play the Raiders in a preseason game, an exhibition game. So we're on the plane coming out. I'm a rookie, and I'm thinking, okay, the Oakland Raiders. It would have been great to get drafted by the Raiders, but I got drafted by Baltimore, so I get to play with Johnny Unitas and Bubba Smith and John Mackey and all these guys here. So we're going on out here to play Darryl LaMonica, Billy Cannon, Hugh Dixon, Gene Upshaw, Willie Brown, all those guys. And I'm thinking to myself, as a rookie, the Raiders are in trouble because they haven't seen anybody like me. I'm big. I'm strong. I'm fast. I'm a bad mother.
Hey.
We got what on the field. The very first play, Billy comes up to the line, and I'm thinking, I'm going to kill him. I tried to jam him with your 2 arms or whatever, and he threw a right hand that was better than any right hand that Mike Tyson or George Foreman ever threw, or Muhammad Ali. Hit me in the throat. Wasn't a football mover. That was my introduction to the NFL right there. The first play.
Dang.
He punched me in the throat. I couldn't breathe. I was holding on to him because I didn't want to. My legs had given away from me. And my wife is laughing. She's walking through the living room. here I am, Mr. Super Stud and everything. I'm holding on to him and for like your dear life, trying not to pass like you're out. And it's like, oh my God, this is not like college. And this is why they call them the Raiders.
Man.
I chased him for the rest of that game, and he laughed at me. He never let me catch up he never let me catch up with him for the rest of the game. But I loved playing that game. And I loved the way that the Raiders played. And everybody wanted to play for Al. Everybody wanted to play for Al.
I want to play for Al. I wish I could have been a Raider, you know?
Yeah, but, a lot of good friends from there, over the years, and, a lot of good men. And whenever you came to play the Raiders, you had better bring it. And in the game that we were talking about in 70, we played that one in December of 70, getting ready for the Super Bowl for that year, which was played in 71. Actually, they should have won the game. They should have won the game. They outplayed us, and that's the truth. But they just didn't quite get the breaks, and they had to play on the old frozen dirt at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, and we had the fans with us. But if we had played that game four times, they would have won at least 2 out of the 4.
Man, that's
but on
a
that
lot.
But on that particular afternoon, they really should have won that game. It was just a break here, a break there, and it went our way. And you mind me, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining
I bet not. Hey, so Polo was telling me that you also played with Ted Hendricks?
Ted was the kid on our team. He had just come up from Miami, 6'7", 190 pounds. We listed him at 215, but he was just 190 pounds. And Ted had never really experienced cold weather. And the thing that I remember the most about him is, in the snow and going to play, we're trying to practice and stuff. And here this kid, Ted grew up in Florida, but I think Fred is from Guatemala. He was born outside of the country there. Great poker player, and if you got caught in a poker game with him, no cheating or anything that, you had to stay on your toes, because people remember him as being a great football player and a great outside linebacker for us at Baltimore, and then up at Green Bay, and then of course for the Raiders. But he was a better damn poker player than he was football, even though he was all pro in the Hall of Fame there. He probably could have played poker professionally there. He was really good, great instincts, etc. But as a player, he was he was somebody different that came up, was a defensive end in college, consensus All-American. In the NFL, they didn't know what they were going to do with him because he was so tall and skinny. But they didn't realize how strong the son of a gun was. He was strong. The grip that he has was just unbelievable, and you didn't see too many people block Ted. We call him Stork. We call him Stork.
Yeah.
But very few people blocked him. And another thing that I really liked about him, and we liked about him as a middle, he started at the right. Mike Curtis was the middle, and I was over on the left. He didn't make mental errors. Even from the time that he came out of college, when he came there, he didn't make mistakes. And when you find a player who does not make mistakes on mental errors like on the field, it's really hard like to beat him. Forget about talent or anything like that. It's just very, very hard to beat him. Willie Brown was a player, like that. George Atkinson was a player like that. People remember them as being like your tough guys who just, knock your head off like you said, but they didn't make mistakes. And with Al, even though they were a freewheeling team, whatever, he had a knack for picking players who were not just physically talented and who could take on the Raider bad guy, rough guy type thing. But more importantly than that, if you go back and you look at their games like Upshaw and Art Shell, Jim Otto, those guys were sound athletes, there. But Ted Hendricks, I don't think that a linebacker has come through the league. Lawrence Taylor, as far as all-time outside linebackers, you would have to say Lawrence Taylor and Ted. And on the rush, as a rush man, I would have to give a big edge to LT.
Yeah.
But as an all-around pass coverage, punt blocker, and rush man, when you really need it, I would give it to Ted. I would give the nod to Ted.
So what do you like most about yesteryear's game and today's game?
Well, the thing that I really, really liked about yesteryear's game is you could go an entire game without a referee throwing a flag at times. If something happened, you could look at the referee and wait for him to throw a flag. He just looked the other way. It was up to you. You had to settle up with your opponent yourself. And we could actually hit people. Players didn't whine or cry. They got hit. They didn't jump up asking for a flag or anything like that. And with the Raiders and the Chicago Bears, it was a rough game. But as a ball player, as long as you are playing and you're in a fight and everything is easy, you don't really feel like you're a ball player. You're not a ball player until you get into a fight with an Art Shell or with a Gene Upshaw on defense. Or someone like that who is giving it right back to you while you're giving it to them. Now, once you get into a fight, and a lot of people may not understand this, it's just an exercise if you're not playing against somebody that's going to challenge you. It's like practice, whatever. You're not really in a football game. And what you want when you're going up is you want to be respected as somebody who can not only dish it out, you want to be respected as somebody who can take it, too. There's somebody puts you down, that you can get back up and you can come around. It's going to be like a real dog fight. So during our time, that's the way that it was. And the players had a lot more respect for each other back then, too, because if it was a Conrad Dobler or whomever it was, if it was a Hewitt Dixon, it didn't matter, who it was that we were playing against, or if it was against a Butkus or Willie Neer if you were playing on the other side. At the end of the game, you felt like you were a man because you had held you up and there was no whining and crying. And, I got this first time because I caught the ball. And, George knocked, well, I was on defense, so it had me. You come in, you make that your catch, and Willie lays a lick on you, or George lays a lick on you, or Jack, lays a lick on you, something like that. You felt like you had really done something. Like now, I'm 73 and I'll be 74 in a couple of months, like you're here. I'm telling you, fellas, I believe that if you put me in a game now, and I can barely run now, if you let me play the game and I wasn't even a wide receiver, with the rules as they are today, I believe that I can get one reception. Because they can't touch you after you go 5 yards.
Yeah.
Until the ball gets there. I know that I could make one catch. And you let me play the entire game, I might be able to make two. Now, during my time as a wide receiver, I wouldn't have wanted to be a receiver, and I wouldn't have wanted to make a catch because I know how we mugged them. Now, that said, with today's game, there are far more better athletes who are playing than we are, and I respect that. But with the young men who are playing today, you can go through an entire game and really not get hit. So do you really feel like if the referee is marches you down the field by throwing 3 flags and you get credit for a catch that you didn't make, or you come off the line and you don't get beat up, you don't have to fight your way through a cornerback. Do you really feel like you're a football player? Or would you maybe, with a lot of these kids today, I tell you what, they wonder if they could play back when football was football. Well, on our shirts, our tagline on the T-shirts that I hope everybody's going to buy at FlaresComics.com is when football was WUZZ football. A lot of these kids today, I don't care what they like to say, they would like to know how would they do against the old Raiders. And I think that with the rules more so than anything else, that has kind of crippled the Raiders in recent years, because we got some good athletes with the Raiders. I don't care what anybody say. You got some guys who can play there, but the rules won't let them play.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to play with the rules that we've got.
Yeah, like Burfect, he got suspended last year because, he hit that guy helmet to helmet, a tight end helmet to helmet when the tight end was about to stand up, but then he dropped back down because he saw Burfect coming in, and it was helmet to helmet, but not a vicious hit, and they kicked him out. I know he had some prior, stuff on his record, but yeah, he reminds me of the old school player.
Hey, as much money as to pay the guys like today, etc., and I was very much a part in leadership of the concussion, lawsuit and stuff that we had. But come on, an intelligent man can hit people hard without getting hit in your head. There, but come on, it's football. It's not baseball, fellas. If we're going to play the game, let's go ahead and play the game. And, of course, we want to see Derek on the field. So with the rules today, if the Raiders Raider fan comes to see a game that they're watching, they want to see Derek on the field. So I understand the referees have got to protect him. The owners want him protected. With Brady down at Tampa Bay, the fans don't want to see Tom get hurt and miss, 2 or 3 or 4 games during the season. The advertisers are saying to the league, hey, protect Tom because Tom is money, etc. Well, no damn body ever protected Tom Flores. Nobody ever protected, Daryl LaMonica. So I understand what they're doing. I understand why they're doing it, but it's just not as much fun. I never saw Tom Flores complain, when he was hit, early or late. I never saw Daryl LaMonica complain, early or late, when he was hit. The only guy that ever really like saw that complain was like Lynn Swan when the Raiders beat
when
the
they wanted to
Raiders
sue
beat
him.
like Lynn. Yeah, what that should have been was like shut the hell up. If you don't want to get hit, then go and sit on the bench and don't run these patterns down here, because George is going to hit you.
Amen to that. Well, you know what?
So the game is good today.
Go ahead.
The game is good today. I'm a fan of it, and without apology, I am a Raider fan. I'm not just saying it because it's like you guys. Anyone who played the game back when I played it, doesn't matter what team you played for, was a Raider fan. And everybody wanted to play for Al, because Al was one of the owners, and there were a few others, like Carol Rosenblum. Al, as players, even back when we played, we knew that Al looked out for his own, not just during your playing career, but after your playing career, like too, if you needed that help. And I'll give you one other thing, etc. Two things, not to toot my horn anyway, whatever. I was the first black player to play for any of the major Southern universities. Wake Forest in 1964. Myself and my two roommates, Darrell Hill, had gone into Maryland, which was north of the Mason-Dixon line, the year before, transferred from the Naval Academy. But I was the very first player to come out of the major universities in the South to play in the NFL. I was the first. But I say that not about me. One of the things that the people don't remember is Al Davis and the Oakland Raiders were the very first team to give a black man the opportunity to be a head coach.
I mean, that's something as a Raider fan I'm very proud of, I love that our history includes, monumental steps forward in society, Yeah,
so people don't even recognize the fact that Al Davis, they made a big contribution to civil rights, too, etc. You can ask a lot of these kids today, which team had the first black head coach or whatever. They have no idea. They have no idea. It was the Oakland Raiders and Al Davis. They broke the color line in regards to head coaches in professional football. It had to go all the way back to Fritz Pollard. Not even in the modern era, to find that before. So Al played a role in integrating a part of professional football.
Yeah, Al Davis is the man. And Mr. Grant, I want to thank you for coming on the channel. Thank you for everything that you did for the game of football, and thank you for the things that you're doing for the retired players, and for their widows and
our communities.
And the communities.
And our communities.
Yes, sir.
That's a big part of that's a big part of what we do.
Yes, sir.
And I'm looking forward to which Polo my wife is really disappointed that we had to call the parade off up in Santa Maria next month, but we will be there when we have it in September.
And perfect segue, right, for my next topic. Polo, you still there?
Oh yeah, I had it on mute listening to you. I love listening to Bob. I just gotta say this, Homer. I sat down with him, Art Shell, Casper, Mar Fleming, and I was just the only guy sitting there that wasn't a player. And these guys talked for 45 minutes. And it's one of those moments where you want to grab your phone and take a picture, but I did not want to ruin it. I mean, I just sit there and soaked it all in. And Otto was telling stories, and so was Mar Fleming. It was just, wow. I mean, I was just at all that I was, there listening to the greats.
And they once they start talking about their stories, and they remember. Oh, did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
Yeah, someone cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, listening to them talk about, the history. And I remember Violator came by and he got behind me and he was he's like, wow, he looked at me, he says, do you understand what we're going through? And I go, yeah, dude, that's why my phone's still in my pocket. I don't care about taking the picture. I'm just here listening to these guys talk. And they're talking about the way the game was and what they went through. And every day there's one of these guys from the history. I think the last you just lost a teammate last week, right?
Yeah, Mike Curtis.
Mike Curtis passed away. So these guys are here right now, and they're disappearing. And the stories that they have, are worth catching because it's the personal side of football. He always talks about they respected each other. They at the battlefield at the end of the game. I love the fact when he says, hey, every player wanted to be a Raider. I love that he says, hey, Al Davis gave, Art Shell the opportunity, but at the same time, he gave Tom Flores, the first Hispanic coach and then the first Mexican
quarterback and head coach, right?
And head coach. So those are things that us as Raider fans, and me growing up as a little kid, obviously being from Tom Flores' hometown, those are huge things for us. But when you're sitting down listening to the Bob Grants, the Mark Flemings, the Harold Jacksons, the group of guys that he has there surrounding himself with, it's amazing. And when you hear factory 3 or 4 times, and when you first walk in, you're like, okay, what's going on? It doesn't look that big. But then he takes you through this hallway, and all of a sudden you get into this huge 1 million square foot. I mean, as far as the eye can see, Raider, every team, I mean, they have just wonderful things. And one thing I want to add before Bob moves on is, and I think one of the biggest contributions and what attracted me to the retired players of Congress was their signature jacket line. So what they ended up doing is they got Hall of Fame players, and there's a picture that you've been showing of Mark Fleming's jacket, the Green Bay. And if you look at the inside, there's an autograph. So what they do is they do Hall of Fame players and with their families, and they make up a personal jacket. So when Willie Brown was alive, and he went out there, they did a contract with Willie Brown. So I bought one of the Raider Willie Brown signature jacket. So I have it, and but what I liked about it was when I paid, I knew. I think it was $200 went to the Willie Brown family. It went to his family directly. So to me, that was where it's like, hey, I know the money that I'm giving these guys is going to the Willie Brown family, and to me, that's huge right there because I know I'm helping out his family, but at the same time, I'm getting the product. I'm getting a Willie Brown jacket, and it's a custom jacket. These guys, I got there, I selected the colors, I sat with their design team, designed it. I don't know, I think it was like 4 weeks later, they called me up, and I go down there, try it on, and I got the Willie Brown jacket.
With Willie's actual autograph. And actually for Willie, I think we have about 10 patches left that Willie signed before his passing and left to us. So if anybody ever wants a Raider Willie Brown jacket that's, top of the line jacket, we could do 10 more of those, and then there are no more. Even if we wanted to make some more, because Willie signed the 10. Well, we have 10 leather patches left that Willie signed to be placed inside of his jacket. There.
That's awesome. I'd like one of those. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's the thing, Homer. When I got that, I knew when I first met Marv, he showed me that Willie Brown jacket. I said, I got to get me one of these.
Yeah.
And then when I found out you can design them, like, wow, you know what? They made me a black on black patch, custom made. One thing you might not know, and he made Al Davis that white Raider jacket. They made it there for him.
Yeah, we did.
That's cool.
So that white jacket that he made was made there by the retired players of Congress. And what's that jacket valued at now?
What, the one that
It's for Al Davis.
Well, we gave it to Mark in memory of his dad. That jacket, today would probably sell, because there's only one of them, and we will never make that jacket like again. If he ever decided to sell it, he could get $10,000-$15,000 for it easily.
That's nice.
So that's the kind of jackets you have, and that's what, like my jacket. It's a one of kind. It's a beautiful jacket. I always said I'm going to start wearing it, I'm kind of leery. I'm sure I'm going to wear it some special occasions, but it's a beautiful jacket, and I'm proud to be an owner of it. And I knew once I saw it, I got to get me a Willie Brown jacket. And I think we are going to be working on a Tom Flores special edition jacket also. Hopefully, and that'll be released in the future, I'm sure. But that'd be my next goal. Is like, hey, I got the Willie Brown jacket. I knew I had to get me a Tom Flores jacket someday.
Tom certainly deserves like he is, and we would accept him into the program automatically.
He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame too.
Well, I think they have. Who else do you have? I think you had like three players that you get selected that weren't Hall of Fame players that we're going to get.
Harold Jackson should be in the Hall of Fame, so he's like there. Rosie Greer should be in the Hall of Fame. So we've got like Rosie. Rosie should be in the Hall of Fame. Roman Gabriel should be in the Hall of Fame. He's not there. We've got like him. Gino Marchetti. Well, Gino was in the Hall of Fame. Gino, a good man, died recently. I think we've got about of Gino's patches that he left. I think we've got about 7. Of those left, but. Tom Flores, how can you, I hate to jump back, how can Tom Flores not be in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know.
How can he not be in the Hall of Fame?
In my personal opinion, I think that the NFL does not want to elevate the Raider mystique from back then any more than it already is. They don't want to put more guys in the Hall of Fame from that era because they were such bad boys. And Al Davis pissed the NFL off.
Well, the sports writers are the ones who vote them like you're in there, and you'll pardon me, but what the hell does a sports writer doesn't know anything more about who's deserving to be there than me or you or anyone else? But I mean, we talk about the first. We talk about the first with Tom in the Hall of Fame, as Ricky said. First Hispanic quarterback in the league.
Yep.
First Hispanic, and he was a winner too. First Hispanic head coach in the league, Latino. Come on, and he was a winner. And how can the man not be in the damn Hall of Fame?
It's a damn shame, that's for sure. Hey, and while we're talking about Tom Flores, Mr. Grant, you had mentioned earlier that the Santa Maria parade was canceled, but that you were looking forward to a date in September. So, Polo, why don't you go ahead and tell the Raider Nation what date we're looking for the Santa Maria parade?
Okay, so the Santa Maria parade, it's obviously built around the rodeo. And as of right now, the rodeo has been rescheduled for September 26th. So what we decided to do from the black hole is wait and anticipate the schedule for the Raiders to come out, and then to see where they're playing that day, because that's going to be the kind of tough part. Because our idea is to try to get as much super fans here as possible. If we're going to be competing against the home game, it's going to be tough. So we're hoping, it's an away game, and then we'll be able to continue. So as of right now, September 26th. The only thing that's holding us up right now is the Raiders schedule. I'm still in communications with Tom. Tom Flores was going to come. So was obviously of the current players. We had Crosby come in, and Who else do we have?
Rob Brown.
Yeah, well, Ron Brown. Yeah, we had 7 guys coming from the Retired Players of Congress, Tom Flores, and then 2 current players. Well, obviously now with the current players are not going to be able to come here because they'll be playing. We still got the support from the Retired Players of Congress and Tom Flores. So as of right now, we're still just kind of on hold. We purchased all the giveaways for this year. This year we have some cool coins. We got some black hole towels we'll be throwing out, and some shirts, and so we still got our sponsors. Everything's still looking good. We still got DS Trucking, Santa Maria BMW, Lifestyle Style House Furnitures, Petroleum, Johnson Petroleum, or Pacific Petroleum. So we still have all our major sponsors on board with us. And then as long as we get the support from Raider Nation, we'll continue with this, but we'll be waiting for the NFL schedule or NFL to release the schedule.
I'll be there. I had my tickets. Of course, the flight got canceled, but I have them. I have the credit, so I would definitely be there.
It's a blast. I'm telling you. I had such a good time, last year and everything. I really felt like I could go out and play maybe a half a quarter in a football game.
I bet you could. I bet you could.
Or at least one series. I had a blast. My wife went up, with me there. We're in our 70s. We had a blast. She's just so looking forward to it, this year. And, call Mr. Martinez, make sure this is so. So I told her this. Oh, no, I said no, but to the September.
Yeah, one of the things, a side effect from that is we get back to the community. When Bob was here, I was able to. We left the party, and we went down to. Obviously, it's a rodeo. It's the Elks Rodeo Parade. After the parade, we have it's called the Golden Circle of Champions, and it's we raise money for local kids with cancer to help their families, and we adopt the families. And I was able to get Uncle Bob. We went down there. We had jerseys that they autographed there live. Him, Mark Fleming, and I had the Banderas brothers are 2 local professional boxers here in Santa Maria. They both donated gloves and autographed them. So we went up there. He got on stage, greeted the crowd, and we're talking like there's congressmen, senators in the crowd. The lieutenant governor was there, and he was able to. We got there. We went straight on stage. Did a great speech. Some kid went up to him, went up for an autograph, and he was a Raider. He was a Raider. He started talking to Uncle Bob about football, and Bob goes send his assistant Jacob out to the car, and before he left, he had gave that kid a free Raider jacket. So you remember, this is the jackets you're getting. They're NFL licensed jackets, so they're not cheap. They're jackets. They're always $100, $200 for a nice jacket. And this is what he gave to the kid just for the kid being coming up. You remember that, Bob?
Sure do.
Yeah, sure and that kid made. It was a huge. I mean, he made such an impact on that kid. 3 or 4 months later, after that, they have an appreciation dinner for everything, and there's a video out on YouTube. And I'll try to get you the link, Homer. You can share it, and they go over what we did that day, and we were able to raise $17,000 in that during that presentation. So that's huge. So by them coming here, we put it on. Them coming here blesses us because we're able to help out their charities. And when we do something here in Santa Maria, we guarantee, hey, come. It's hospitality. We take care of you. We put on the party. It's free food, free drinks, free. We take care of our guests because if we can get the super fans here, our locals get to meet the super fans and the retired players, which is huge. It's huge for us, and it's great for the players and great for the super fans and great for the community. And we're able to raise a lot of money while people are here.
Yeah, man, this is some great stuff. I've enjoyed this call, Mr. Grant. You had some great insight on the old school Raiders, and how the game yesteryear compared to today. And I hope that everything works out for you in the Players Congress. Because that's some good stuff you're doing.
I want you to do me one favor, though, Homer.
All right.
Don't call me Mister, because that makes me feel like I'm the age that I am. Even our guys that are in their 90s, they all call me Uncle.
All right.
So your Uncle Bob works just fine for me, and a couple of black guys, you ask me once, well, don't you feel like everybody calling you Uncle, which they have for years? Your Uncle Tom, I tell you, screw you, man. That's a term of endearment and respect, the way that I always receive it there with your Hawaiian culture and black culture there. So please don't call me Mister. And if anybody asks you if I went to high school with you, tell them yes, I was just 3 years ahead of you.
Yeah, I have an uncle that's 3 years older than me. He's cool. His name is Bob. You should talk to him.
Fellas, I'm going to run. Polo Homer, it's been a pleasure, and I look forward to the next time in Polo we can hook him up with Marv and Harold and some of the others like you guys. If you would like to interview them, anytime.
I appreciate it.
For sure.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, fellas, good night, and I enjoyed it.
Good night, Uncle Bob.
Good night, Uncle Bob.
Okay, good night.
Man, Polo, man, thank you so much, dude. That was a great call.
What a blessing, huh? I tell you,
great
that guy.
interview. I would have had a hard time not jumping in there and taking a selfie, but you'd had to hold me back, man, when you were listening to
it is
talk.
hard because when you're around these, when you go to their shop, it's hard to keep. You go there and you have your phone in your pocket, and I tell myself, you know what, keep it in your pocket, enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Because you're able to get into a place where very few people get into, and when you go, you got to make a flight. Anytime you want to fly out here, and we'll get you in that shop. I've taken the guys from the LA chapter there, and we've gone in there, several times. Every time I go to LA, I always call them, hey, I'm going to swing on by, and they always, I'm there. In their shop, when we talk about our signature jacket, the patch, it's hand cut, not machine stamp cut. It's hand cut. So you'll meet the guys that are actually cutting the leather. They've had jackets like Michael Jackson. They got some cool stuff that your mind just gets blown away. It's like, wow. And there is a picture of Ted Hendricks sitting on Bob's desk when he was at Baltimore. It's a museum. It's kind of cool.
Sounds great, man. And I got to say, you talked your way out of that Raider trivia drill.
Oh, dude, I'm glad, man, because after what Bear did last week, I want nothing to do with it, man. I want nothing to do with it. We went to overtime, and I've been fearing that the other time. I hope Raider Bear's listening to it, man, because I'm like, the Raider Bears! No, I'm not doing it.
All right, cool, Polo. I'm almost at 3 hours, brother. I got to get off, man. I really appreciate this call, though.
Good, man. Hey, well, you heard what he said. We'll do it again. We'll do it with Mark Fleming, Ron Brown, Harold Jackson, Reginald Grant. You got some great players there coming on, and Homer. I love that thing with you guys did with the football. The Black Hole's doing one with the Modelo can right now for Modelo. So we're gonna have to grab you.
Oh yeah, I've already talked to Mike about it. I was supposed to do it yesterday. My bad, Mike. My bad. I got tied up doing some stuff for Mr. Greenleaf, but I will definitely get on that because I want to jump in on that too.
Yeah, you know what? We've been working on it for about a week, so it's been in the making. It's just been trying to finish it up and we're trying to include everybody. So if any of your listeners want to jump in on it, you know what? It's Raider Nation. I started off with the Santa Maria chapter, and then went Santa Maria chapter Compas, and then it's blown up. So we got a ton of people. So we're stoked to have it. Hey, thank you for giving us the experience. Hey, all the listeners, please go out, retired players, Congress, support the men that that invented the game by buying their shirts. And, of course, everything you buy at Fanatics is made right there with the Retired Players of Congress. So just remember that. And if you buy it straight from Retired Players of Congress, it's actually more money goes to the retired players.
That's awesome, dude. I like the sound of that, man. Man, I'm sweating, bro. I don't know how the real super fans out there do this shit every single game, all game, man. I'm dying.
I just want to say, I heard Dougie saying it was like almost 100 in Las Vegas. I want to say it's like 68 degrees here in Santa Maria.
Oh,
so that's just the way. Right now, it's actually getting colder because the ocean breeze is starting to blow.
Lucky you.
So. Yeah, and it's my Friday too, so I just got off duty, so I'm stoked.
There you go. Hey, tell the Raider Nation how to find you on social media.
Follow me, OT Polo. That's Oscar Tom Polo on Instagram. Polo Rodriguez on Facebook. Also, obviously, the Santa Maria Black Hole chapter on Facebook or Instagram and Snapchat. Also, OT Polo or Santa Maria Black Hole. Hey, thanks for supporting TBH. We love being part of your show.
Hey, I love being a part of the Black Hole, man. So thanks for coming on.
Hey, and I talked to Max. He's doing a lot better. So he's coming home. Should be coming home tomorrow, I think, and then he'll go back in 10 days for surgery. But as of right now, he sounds a lot better than he did last week. So
yeah, I've been talking to him a little bit too. So
keep me your players.
Prayers to you, Max. Get well soon, brother. We miss you. All right, Polo, I'll give you a call. All right, bro?
Sounds good, man. Thank you.
All right, bye. Well, there you have it, Raider Nation. Bob Grant of the Players Congress, man. Y'all, Retired Players Congress. Y'all guys check it out, man. Buy one of those shirts. That was a great interview, man. Getting some insight into the old Raiders and how older players, the old players look at the Raiders. They hold us in high regards, man. So be proud to be a Raider. Represent the Raiders with pride and poise and a commitment to excellence. Make sure that you don't exclude people from anything, That's what we're all about, including people and being a family, man. So, with that being said, hey, well, first, thanks to the chat line, Watts Raider, Lord of Death, Bob Stannard, General, man. Get a hold of me, General. Jacob Flores. Hey, yeah, he had. That's a great shirt. OG Raider Ray, what's up, bro? Shout out to the Raider Nation for life, 3-time Super Bowl champs. All right. And thanks to the chat line. Thanks to the phone blitzers. Thanks to all the guests. This has been a long show, and I'm loving it. So, we're gonna end the show like we always do with a message from the Violator.
What message do you have for the Raider Nation here and now and into the future?
Pretty simple, brother. Raider Nation, I'm speaking to you as an ambassador. Always stay true, stay loyal, keep the beliefs, and keep the faith. We will return.